Good morning, Pool Player Nation. Welcome to Orlando, Florida for coverage of the 2023 U.S. Amateur Championship presented by APA, and our coverage brought to you by our friends at PoolDog.com. I'm your host, Jason Bowman, and I'm joined by Team USA Moscone Cup Captain, Double J, Jeremy Jones. Jeremy, today we usher in a new era for the U.S. Amateur Championship, 9-foot diamond tables, this beautiful new facility here in Orlando. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to so many years there at Strokers. They did a great job, but it was, like anything, time to make it a little better here at this beautiful venue here in Orlando. And, just weeks coming up to this event. Last week in Roanoke, a few of the amateurs were super excited about coming here and that back home as well, and you could see why.
Yeah. So we're kicking off this year's U.S. Amateur Championship with a women's division comprised of 44 of the top players from across North America. Now, before we meet our participants in the first round match, let's take a look at the U.S. Amateur Championship format. In the women's division, it is a double elimination race to 5, 3 games of 8-ball up to 6 games of 9-ball, and the winner of the lag can opt to choose either the format or take the break. Now let's meet the two women who are going to kickstart off this year's competition. First up from Littleton, Colorado, we have April Garcia, and from Catskill, New York, last year's runner-up, Rachel Lang. Jeremy, I think the ladies are ready to get things started. Let's take the folks down to the pit area for the beginning of this year's U.S. Amateur Championship. This is April Garcia preparing the first rack. The ladies are going to start in the 9-ball set. Again, 6 games of 9-ball, up to 3 games of 8-ball. Jeremy, you surprised we're starting in the 9-ball set?
Yeah, that's not too common. The players, whether it be the ladies or the guys, they usually like the 8-ball. They get a little more time at the table, a little more time to settle in. But we've seen it before, 9-ball to start, and we have it here again.
Rachel Lang will have the first break of this year's U.S. Amateur Championship. Again, this is the women's division, 44 players from across North America. Rachel was our runner-up last year to the defending champion, Stacy Bourbeau. Stacy is back this year to defend her title. Rachel's going to take a look at that rack. Grabs the chalk, settles the cue ball.
Yeah, Rachel waiting on her opponent just to gather her fluids for the match.
Always got to have some fluids here at the U.S. Amateur Championship.
Yeah, your nerves get going. It seems like the throat gets a little dry.
All right, Rachel with the break, and we are off and running, Jeremy.
Well, great break off with nothing down, but she's got to be happy the way she hit him. And we'll get our first look at April Garcia of Littleton, Colorado. Big Pool State, Colorado.
Absolutely. April has come all the way here to Orlando. Again, our first year here in Orlando, Florida. Very excited to be here at the Wyndham Orlando Resort. April originally out of Santa Monica, California. Now in Colorado, been playing pool since she was 14 years old.
Yeah, you can see April in a light jacket there. It is a little chilly in the venue, and that's to be expected. I was wondering if she might go after this 9 to start our tournament.
Just missed the 1-9 combo in the corner there. That would have been an exciting way to kick things off, would it not?
Yeah, why not test your luck a little bit to get things going? I'm not sure if Rachel has a look at the one. I think she does. It's real close. Now, Rachel was super impressive last year, and a little 9-ball action there for her as well.
A little bit of a slow start here to this first match as the ladies settle in. Of course, 44 ladies, Jeremy. We'll have 128 men. Some of the men already starting to arrive here in Orlando. Be a full house tomorrow as they get underway.
Oh, nice shot there. Very aggressive stroke, knocking in the combination. These tables look perfect. It's hard to have perfect, so these ladies will have to get used to that a little bit. The ball's going to draw easy. Pockets are going to play a little generous, you think, at times.
I believe we have 19 9-foot diamonds here this year.
And it's amazing how the atmosphere in the room changes just as soon as the matches start. You know, it seems pretty casual in here this morning, but you can almost feel the competitive nature going on throughout the room now. And does she go at the 9 here with the cue ball? She went at the 9 the first game, so. Or excuse me, the first shot. Yeah, I think she was trying to get a little action on the 9. This 2 needs to settle a little bit.
And that'll bring April back to the table. I'm sorry, Rachel. Rachel Lang.
Yeah, like I said, she was super impressive last year. I think just watching her play last year, I kind of felt like she preferred 9-ball over 8-ball, but did well in both.
If I'm not mistaken, I think she went into the final undefeated last year and then lost that extended race final to Stacy. I'd have to go back and look at the bracket. Of course, all of our matches on CompuSport, so you can track both the women's and the open division, which kicks off tomorrow.
Yeah, and Rachel Bourbeau, who's a very common name in this event, it seems like.
Yeah.
Does very well. And
she's definitely a name to watch, as is Tina Larson. She's back this year. Tina is a 3-time U.S. Amateur champion here. We'll keep an eye on her. And, again, you can track all the players on the CompuSport app.
Yeah, Tina's the first player I saw on the premises here yesterday. Yeah. Outside, and every room has a nice little balcony, and sitting outside enjoying the nice weather. And
yeah.
Heard that voice from a few rooms down.
Very recognizable voice.
Yeah.
I've actually yet to be to my room. Just rolled in today and did manage to check in, but came straight over to check this out. Room looks great here.
Yeah, very comfortable property and unique as well.
Yeah.
with the different buildings and whatnot. So a lot of trees and gardening around here, and just fun to be around. All right, tough shot here from the end rail. Probably wants to roll this in, maybe take a bank on the 5. Looks like she's going to play a safety. Try and bank the 4 back up where the cue ball's at now. I think that's what she's thinking. She's just got to dodge a kiss with the cue ball. I think it should be okay. So April, who we've seen go at the 9 a few times now, with an open look. Schedules 11:31, 2:30, and 4 today for the ladies. That's all East Coast time.
Yeah, 4 rounds that we'll be bringing you today. I think we've got 5 rounds on tap, live stream tomorrow, 6 on Saturday, and 4 or 5 on Sunday. So lots of pool action for you to take in. Of course, all of our streaming brought to you by our good friends at pooldog.com. Appreciate all their support and helping us make this event possible.
Really nice long ball there on the 4. Equally difficult cut down the rail on the 5. Yeah, very good so far. She's going to have to make a decision here. The cut's on, but hard to hold position on the 8 with the cut, so maybe she takes on the bank. We'll see.
U.S. Amateur Championship entry window also has officially opened today for next year. A lot of folks tuning in wondering how they can get involved in this event. It all starts by signing up. You'll compete in a preliminary round, and the top finishers there advance here to Orlando.
Yeah, Rachel with a miscue in the last inning. She was at the table, so that's a little on her mind. Trying to get that tip right. Maybe a soft kick on the 6 here. Just kind of lay the cue ball on the green 6 and try and just limit her opponent. Don't really see a makeable shot, although you never know with 9 ball, of course. Spare no expense on the air conditioning here at the window.
As cool as can be, isn't it? Well, that's the one challenge when you get into these convention spaces. You know, they cool off, but once they're cool, it's tough to warm it back up. So bring a jacket if you're coming down here to Orlando. You might need it. Beautiful day here in Orlando. Sun is shining. Not super hot.
No, it's supposed to be that California weather all week, I think, around, mid-70s and sun out, so should be really nice. First game, ladies just trying to get their feet wet here.
Yeah, and it is a race to 5, so, it's a little bit shorter of a race and not a lot of room for error.
And there's the soft kick I was talking about. Pretty smart. See what your opponent's got or what they're thinking a little bit. But, of course, this title, U.S. Amateur title, is one you can't ever take away. But from what a feeling I get from the players throughout the years of being here and is how much they just enjoy the event itself. Of course, the title's something they all want, but only one can have the title.
Right.
And but so many come and qualify in their regions because the event's so much fun.
I was listening to APA founder Terry Bell made his way down here and was doing a quick presentation before the event started. I think he said almost 3,000 people attempted to qualify for this year's event. So these are the top 44 on the women's side. Chance for Rachel now to jump out to an early lead.
Yeah, and I think her opponent was trying to get the 6 up a little bit and caught a double kiss, left a shot. It's amazing. Any event I get nervous watching, I can tell they're all a little nervous, which is a good thing.
Right.
It means they want it.
Pockets that 6 in the corner.
We'll see how much she tries to get out of the cue ball. She's at an angle. She can come past the side. The new felt, though, can trick you sometimes and doesn't quite grab the English on certain shots. So you've got to be a little careful.
You have a chance to hit any balls on these tables at all?
Oh, was I allowed? I got my cue with me.
Did
so
you bring it?
Yeah.
You don't go anywhere without your cue, do you?
Well, I don't know about that, but I was in Roanoke for one of the ranking events, and the whole team was there and got to hit a few balls here and there. So
that would be Team USA, of course. The highlight of the professional year, the Moscone Cup, is just about a month away now. Exciting time, I know, for you and Team USA.
Yeah, 30th year, and it's going to be something special, I'll tell you.
In London this year, that raucous crowd at
Crazy.
Alley Pally, a couple thousand Euro fans. Hopefully a small but loud contingent of American fans usually there.
Well, 2021 was light, with the American side, and just pandemic was ending or kind of ending a little bit, and still a lot of funny things happening on flights, getting canceled, this and that because of COVID and whatnot.
Right.
So, but from what I've heard this year's like tenfold at least what we had in 2021,
Nice.
maybe more. Yeah.
21, the year you had to step into action last
that
minute,
was crazy.
right?
Yeah.
Captain/player.
Yeah, that was fun. Oh, what a stroke. What a stroke.
Rachel Lang pockets that 9 in the corner, takes an early 1-0 lead in this race to 5. And while we've got a moment here, we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. back here in Orlando, continuing coverage of the women's division of the 2023 U.S. Amateur Championship. Rachel Lang with the break once again. She currently leads 1-0 in this race to 5, second game of the 9-ball set. We're going to see up to 6 games of 9-ball before they switch over to 8-ball.
There is a push out allowed in the 9-ball side of things, so maybe one coming here from Rachel. And well, she can really break the balls, I'll tell you.
Push outs allowed, jump cues allowed in the U.S. Amateur Championship. As I see April Garcia pulling hers out, putting it together just in case.
A little anticipation maybe. Okay, she's going to push out to the bottom cushion. Doubt leaving the one in the side, but leaving a very difficult one in the corner. Possibly the side pocket, but you would doubt it.
Again, we want to thank all of our sponsors here for the U.S. Amateur Championship. We've mentioned our friends at PoolDog.com. We've also got Diamond Tables, Aramith Billiard Balls, and our friends at Action Cues.
Really nice opener there from April, and looks like she's going to stay aggressive, and I like it. Rachel with a long one here. Nothing easy.
You know, I did not see the lag, but I'm assuming Rachel won the lag and April chose the 9-ball set. Would be my guess.
Yeah.
Rarely do you see the player give up the break.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, and whoever wins that lag and gets a choice on the break or the game format. And
yeah.
like Jason said, the players rarely give up the break, as they probably shouldn't give up the break.
Well, that, and I was looking over April's bio, says 9-ball's her favorite game, and I don't know that she's been here at the U.S. Amateur Championship before, Jeremy, so maybe kind of learning the nuances of...
Yeah.
Because, again, a lot of times you'll see the players start in that 8-ball set, but to each his own, or her own, as she scratches in the side pocket there. It'll be ball in hand for Rachel Lang.
Yeah, this 3's going to get a little tied up on the 6, and there's all kinds of strategies with it as far as what you pick. Just like we talked about, normally the player wants to break the balls that wins the lag. One thing about the 8-ball set is you really can't finish the set with the 3 games 8-ball, and you figure to get some time at the table, and maybe time at the table opens up more for you playing the game you like the most to end the match. They all work as long as you win, right?
That's right. If you're just joining us, you're watching coverage of the women's division of the U.S. Amateur Championship from Orlando, Florida. 2022 runner-up Rachel Lang here in action against April Garcia. What can we tell you about April Garcia? Started playing pool when she was ditching school. She's very honest, April Garcia. Said being underage, there were a few coffee shops and restaurants that would let us play. Eventually ended up at the House of Billiards.
I think that's still there as well. Did you say Santa Monica? Isn't that what you
Yeah,
said?
she's originally from Santa Monica, California, now out of Littleton, Colorado, just outside Denver.
Yeah, lots of pool rooms in the Denver area as well.
Rachel Lang now back at the table.
Rachel's probably going to play a little safety behind the 5, knocking the 4 down table. Just make sure you get a rail with the object ball. She may have overhit this a little bit.
April Garcia back to the table. She wanted to give a shout out to her fiance Aaron for his unwavering support. Her best friends Adriana and Linda.
Nice to have those bios and some friendly words from the players.
It is. Lets us get to know them very quickly. I will say the ladies are always a little better with the bio sheets than the men. A little more thought put into their responses.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. That's for sure.
Well, you're not a man of few words.
Well, no, but hand me a bio sheet, it may be a little different. But
yeah.
They're inspecting what should be a safety of some sort. Not easy, though. She could maybe just kind of roam the cue ball near the 8 and 9, knocking the 4 down on the bottom end. She may play it firmer. Yeah, trying to bring the 4 back up. Smart shot.
April back to the table now.
Yeah, and Rachel, without a doubt, you would think she's improved from last year. So easy to put some pressure on yourself after getting to that final, saying, I want to win it this year. You kind of got to just let things come to you as the tournament goes. And I think she will. Just eager here in this first match.
Another scratch there for April. And another opportunity for Rachel. Yeah, Jeremy, it's been about 18 months since the last U.S. Amateur Championship. Of course, we were in Tampa in February of 2022. And U.S. Amateur Championship traditionally held in November, but we had the COVID years kind of threw everything off a little bit. And so we are now back on track in November. I know a lot of folks were wondering about the lag there, but that was so we could reset the calendar. Plus, we were working out this new facility, this great new facility, new home for the U.S. Amateur Championship in Orlando, the Wyndham Resort, right here on International Drive, as Rachel Lang pockets that in the corner. Have you made your way out and about here in Orlando yet?
Not in Orlando too much yet, no.
So much around here, so much.
I couldn't even tell you. Last night, I went to go lay down for like 20, 30 minutes. I never left the bed the whole night. It was unbelievable,
that happens,
really.
Right? That happens.
I guess been a busy schedule and getting prepared for this week. But plan on getting out a little bit later.
Yeah.
So, all right, showing us a little power there that we saw last year. She really has a nice stroke.
Rachel wanted to give a shout out to her coach, John Chattel. She also mentioned Catherine and Frank Lang, assuming parents, and Cassandra and Frankie B. B&B Lounge. Cassandra and Frankie and B&B Lounge. Must be a location back in New York where Rachel's from.
Yeah, Rachel's a fun player to watch because she just kind of shows us what she's feeling as she's going around the table. She must have fallen a little straight here. I thought she could cheat the pocket and come up the right rail for the 8 in the side, but looks like that's not the case. Elevating the back end of the cue. Maybe a
Not happy with that.
Yeah, maybe a jump cue coming. We'll see.
Sticking with her shooting cue.
Good look there. You can see snookered behind the 9. Favorite to hit this, just one rail. May pocket it in the corner or the side.
Rachel plays with a Peshawar with a crown jewel shaft. Uses a BK Rush brake cue. Peshawar jump cue.
Oh, good contact there.
I'll take your cheese there, sir. They just brought us some food up here in the booth, which is nice. Well, they brought Jeremy some food. He's sharing with me.
Yeah. Looks great. We'll see what April wants to do here, bringing out the bridge. Looks like we got matches on almost every table here in this first round. Maybe all but 2, I think, maybe. Probably some players practicing as well. All right, she should be attacking here, maybe on the bank. Good effort.
Good effort, no reward. Rachel will come back to the table, shooting on that 8-ball. Looking to take a 2-0 lead in this race to 5.
Yeah, and the more I watch Rachel, the more I remember from last year that she was kind of the same, a little edgy at first, you know, but then as she got to play more matches, she settled in. And, of course, that's just how it is with most pool players or anything in a tournament, really.
Players getting used to the table conditions, the environment here. Rachel now shooting on the 9-ball.
You know, what's so impressive also, and this isn't always the case, but a lot of these players play their leagues and whatnot on the 7-footers. And to make this adjustment into the 9-foot, of course, they put in some practice. And I wouldn't doubt many play pool away from league on the 9-footers at times. But
Oh, misses that 9 in the side. Opportunity missed for Rachel Lang. And now good chance here for April to get her first point of this match.
yeah, and a little on the fence here, a little off angle for the cross-side bank. Not saying it's not doable, but see if she takes on the cut, maybe a cross-corner bank. The cross-corner bank offers a little bit of safety if you miss it. Yeah, that's what she's elected. She's going to leave a difficult 9 from a long ways away.
Like a sea of blue there on those 9-foot diamond tables.
Yeah, I saw your stroke a little bit there
Back at the studio.
yeah, at the Yell Studio. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that table there was a little smaller.
Little 7-footer we got back in the studio.
Sweet setup, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
Chance for Rachel to take a 2-0 lead in this race to 5.
Yeah, and what these players will find on the new felt, the ball just cuts a little easier. No moisture in there, and you know it's not worn in. No real friction. Didn't leave anything easy though. So getting their feet wet here early.
A little bit of a slow start for the 9-ball format, you know, not used to.
Well, you know, first match, it all adds up to that kind of.
Right.
That happens a lot. Now here trying to make a decision. I think she's going offensive. Oh, what a shot.
Beautiful shot there for April Garcia, her first point of the match, and we are tied at 1 game apiece in this race to 5. April will have her first break when we come back after a quick word from our sponsors. April Garcia now at the table here. As we are back in Orlando, continuing coverage of the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship. April with her first break of the match. Not much doing on that break, though.
No, didn't quite get the movement that Rachel did, and did give up a shot on the one. Very difficult table, though. The 3, 9, and 7 congested there on the top right corner if you're looking at your screen.
Jeremy, I got a commenter here that wants us to ditch the 7-foot tables completely at all of our events. You know somebody that's got 359-foot tables they can bring in for us?
Oh, well, I mean, I could give you some suggestions, no promises. But
350? I don't think so.
yeah, that would be, I think, the largest I've.
Need a fleet of trucks to bring them out, too.
I think maybe the Willards tournament in 1992 was the most 9-foots I've ever seen.
And how many was that?
Ooh, I think it was about 100.
Wow.
Yeah. It was 512 players in the event, so.
Yeah. Well, when you talk about some of our Vegas events where we got to bring in 300, 350 tables and you only have so much space, there's a lot of logistical issues that would come with trying to bring in that many 9-foot tables.
100%, not only the table part of it, but the venue size. So looks like she's swinging the 2 at the 3 maybe. Try and make it, open up that problem. So April is a thinker, trying to get things done. And there is a lot of pressure on these ladies, and of course the men when they start. Come all this way for a big event, and of course race to 5, you feel like you need to start well, and you can get a little mental if you don't.
Well, you can relate to the stress of a race to 5, right? Moscone Cup's a race to 5.
Absolutely.
Quick and exciting.
All right, not a lot of angle here. Can she get the cue ball back down for the 5? Oh.
Scratch there for April in the corner. Seen a few scratches from her so far in this match.
I think that happens. That is definitely something for the new equipment, the new slick tables, and the cue ball takes a little different angle at times, and a little different route, and I think on the U.S. amateur level here, but on the pro level as well, I see more scratches. So.
See if Rachel can take advantage.
Yeah, we'll see what her thoughts are from getting from the 6 to the 7. If she can do that, that's the real work in the rack. Her opponent trying to keep warm on all costs now with a jacket kind of laying over her as well as wearing a jacket. Chilly here to start. This room will fill up as we go, though, and things will change with that temperature. Now, I don't know. This angle, I think, is offered to where she could just draw up the right side rail. Now it's the left side rail if you're viewing, but. Oh, nice shot. Really good. Perfectly placed. Now just a nice soft angle to roll off the 7 and have the 8 in the opposite corner. Yeah, for a lot of these players, just get into that, making ball mode. That's kind of the key to start a tournament. Don't worry about position. You're going to get out of line here and there with the new equipment, and you'll settle in there. Just get to what you do best, which is make balls.
8 in the corner there for Rachel, and just the 9 ball remains between her and a 2-1 lead as she Gets that leg up, stretching over the table. No problem. Pockets the 9. Takes a 2-1 lead in this race to 5. She will have the break when we return. While we've got a moment, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back here to Orlando for continuing coverage of the women's division of the U.S. Amateur Championship. 2022 runner-up Rachel Lang at the table with the break. Picks up a ball in the corner on the break there. I believe that was the 2 ball. Looks like she can see the 1.
Yeah, the 1 narrowly goes in the side maybe, and I'm not sure what angle she has on the 1 to get on that 3. Really impressed the way she breaks the balls. I see a player like that, breaks like that, you almost feel like there really is no limit to how well they can play.
Ooh, unforced error there for Rachel. She rattles that 1 in the corner. April Garcia pops out of her seat.
Yeah, both ladies on the board, but Rachel with a 2-1 lead. 3 more games of 9 ball left in this match.
Two more. Or 2-1 here. No, you're correct. 6 games.
6 games,
yeah,
right?
Who am I correcting? I'm trying to correct Jeremy Jones. Come on.
Oh, great shot. April, from what I can see, a very straight shooter. Try and take on this difficult 3-8 combo. Now maybe second thoughts. Looks like maybe she's going to attempt to bank on the 3 cross corner. See how she cues it. May get a double kiss here on the cue ball on the 3. We'll see. Just narrowly missing it.
Yeah, it looked like it was
just maybe
that way, but
it
it caught
maybe,
that.
yeah.
Caught that cue ball. Here at the Wyndham Orlando Resort in the heart of the theme park capital of the world. I saw lots of Mickey Mouse and whatnot on my way in today.
Yeah, it's just a busy area.
Oh, man.
Completely just south of downtown. And
yeah, right here on International Drive.
yeah, I remember this as a young boy. My grandparents lived in Winter Haven.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used to go to.
My folks lived in Winter Haven for a while.
Yeah.
I've been over there quite a few times.
Used to come down and visit, of course, go to the theme parks and, of course, Disney World, but so many other things
So
to do.
much to do.
Big baseball people, so, of course, spring training and some things going on around here with that. Oh, scratch. So now ball in hand for April. Trails 2-1 in this race to 5. It's the first round of the U.S. Amateurs. This is the women's division.
44 ladies made their way here to Orlando. We'll see 128 in the men's, the open division. I always want to say the men's division. Technically the open division.
Jacob Watson, talked to him. Where was that at?
U.S. Open, maybe? I know he played up in the U.S. Open in Atlantic City.
I think it
last
was the
month.
U.S. Open. I was thinking the Texas Open, but it was the U.S. Open that he was at, and super excited to be back to trying to defend.
Yeah, of course that
defend
was
his title.
That entry was courtesy of his winning the U.S. Amateur Championship last year. That's one of the benefits of winning this event. You mentioned the name on the trophy, the Larry Hubbard Memorial Trophy, but also move on to a pro event.
Yeah, and I think he beat another Texas player in the final last year, if I remember correctly, Ernesto Bayala.
Ernesto Bayala. Great player out of Tomball, Texas. A lot of good players coming out of Texas. Jeremy, you're coaching them up good down there.
Oh, yeah, I've known Ernesto, been good friends for 20-plus years. Played a lot of golf together and just hung out. And, of course, his main squeeze is a great player as well,
Yes, she
Teresa.
is.
So, oh, nice little bump of the balls there. Got the 4 down. Got a dig on the cue ball maybe here. We'll see. She's going to play the 5 in the side. A little shake of the head to recognize maybe a high ball is a scratch here. So that may keep her from shooting at the 5 in the side, or like I said, maybe have to dig on the cue ball, elevate the back of the cue. Try and get the cue ball to get some type of position on the 6.
Again, Rachel Lang with a 2-1 lead here, looking to extend that lead in this race to 5. First round action in the Women's U.S. Amateur Championship.
Decided to try and play a safety and a very good one. Putting the 5 ball behind the brown 7. Now April's got a couple choices here. She can come to the short rail just below the 5. Pretty easy contact. She can come 2 rails off the side cushion into the back of the 5. Most likely the bottom cushion here. Maybe needs a hair of spin. We'll see. Yeah, I'm looking right down the line. She's cueing it with a little left English. Very nice contact.
As the ladies navigate the table here, Jeremy, I was curious what things look like between now and the start of the Moscone Cup for you and the team. How does that work? Do you guys get together at some point, like as a group, or how's that?
Yeah, we're gonna. They're gonna come to Dallas. The guys have been great as far as anything I've asked so far. They're gonna come to Dallas for 4 to 5 days prior, after Thanksgiving prior, and then we're all gonna leave out of Dallas to London.
To London together?
Pretty much
Okay.
as a group. I mean, we have to catch a couple different flights.
Right.
But yeah, then we're going to arrive the 1st, and then have some training all the way up until December 6th.
Yeah. How does that work when you guys come together? I mean, as far as your training, are you pairing up different guys to see how they play together, or do you guys play against each other? How does that work?
Yeah, we're going to play some doubles and, of course, do a lot of drills, work on breaking, kicking, spend some time together as a group, which I think is very important. Maybe try and throw in something fun, if we can.
Sure.
And
Team building.
Yeah, absolutely. And the one good thing about our team that I see this year is there's a lot of combinations for those doubles, even more than any other time in the past.
Well,
that
having one Feder Gorst on that team certainly changes things, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, and
you had to be a kid on Christmas when you got that news, right?
Yeah, that was great, and it's great news for the entire team. Puts SVB in a better setting as far as he's still the guy for Team USA, and he's shown it of late with the titles he's been winning here the last few weeks and months. But he's been playing great for, I think, steadily now for a couple years. Just not as many wins as normal, but.
Of course, you got Feder Gorst, Shane Van Boning, Sky Woodward, Mr. Moscone himself, of course, two-time Moscone MVP. And you rounded out the team with Tyler Steyer and newcomer Shane Wolford, right?
That's right.
A rookie making his debut in Ali Pally. Whew.
Yeah, I was a rookie and made my debut. And your call, of course, is only 600 or 700 people, but they were right on top of you. And you just got to embrace it. That's all. And I think Shane's a perfect kind of candidate to do that and learn from the guys, feed off his teammates, and give your best effort.
I'll never forget 2018 in London, watching a rookie, Tyler Steyer, kind of turn things around for Team USA on day one, down 2-0 in team points. Ooh, Rachel misses that 8 in the corner. Golden opportunity now for April Garcia to even this match up at 2 games apiece.
All about the cue ball there for Rachel was the alarming part, or maybe the part that caused the miss.
But yeah, I was going to say, I'll never forget Tyler Steyer. He was playing Niels Fyan. Team USA's down 2-0. Tyler's down 2 games, and he has a tough shot, busts out his jump cue. He executes the shot, wins that match. Team USA storms back to win the next 2 matches and changes the complexion of that entire Mosconi Cup.
Yeah, and I think the last several years has shown us all kinds of things with the Mosconi as far as, your mental. You got to be patient. You never know who's going to make that big point for you. So never time to look down. You always got to be looking forward. And, Tyler, that's the thing a rookie does. He'll bring you some big moments, even though there were some he'd like to have back. But that's what gets the team going is those kind of situations. And it certainly did in 2018.
The upset at Ali Pally. Oh, April Garcia cannot pocket that 9 ball.
Yes.
Bring Rachel back to the table. Chance to extend the lead to 3-1 if she can pocket this 9.
Yeah, she's left a difficult one because it may be a natural scratch if she just hits a high cue ball. So she may have to hit down on this, kind of like a draw stroke a bit, maybe a little bit of a stun. Yeah, hitting down a little bit, but not a lot, so we'll see. Wow, fires it in.
9 in the corner goes. Ooh. Cue ball drifts over to that rail there. It made things kind of interesting, but April Garcia now with her work cut out for her. Rachel Lang extends her lead. Now up 3-1. Well, while we've got a moment, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
Hey, listen, I know that you don't play pool, but my league team is looking for someone tonight who's never played, so you're coming with. Great, I'll see you there. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey. Welcome.
Welcome back. I can't believe it. You did it. We're going to Vegas. Vegas, baby. Oh my.
Back in action here at the U.S. Amateur Championship in Orlando, Florida, women's division. Rachel Lang at the table, leading 3-1 with the break. We are in our 5th game of the 6-game 9-ball set. This is a race to 5. Rachel needs 2 games. April needing 4 games at this point in the match.
Yeah, another great break off. Really, cue ball right there in the center. Just the 7 got in the way of her getting at the 1. So push out coming. She's going to push out to something long and difficult here on the 1 with the 2 ball kind of covered up on the side rail by the 3.
See what April thinks of that.
You know, and you don't recall April here at the U.S. Amateurs, but she got her eyes open quickly on the main table here, maybe in her first U.S. Amateurs in the first round.
Goes at that 1 ball.
I think there is a look at the 1 here. Maybe has to shoot lefty or with the bridge.
Pockets that 1 in the corner. Brings the ball down. Table, maybe a little too far, though.
Yeah, she was trying to get that cross-side bank on the blue 2 and or maybe a kiss shot on the 3. Something like that. Now has to find a route to kick at the 2. I don't think she'll use the jump cue. I like the kick to the top rail. She can go between the 7 and 8 with some spin to straighten out the cue ball, a little right English, or go to her right of the 7. And I think that's fairly natural. Maybe needs a little bit of left English. We'll see. Oh, real nice. She's putting the 2 by the 9, though. We've seen April swing at the 9 a couple times.
She has. This is opening round action of this year's women's division U.S. Amateur Championship here in Orlando, Florida. Just getting things started on what is a beautiful day here in Orlando. April Garcia pockets the 2 in the corner.
Yeah, both ladies really good strokes. Pretty impressed. And that one was not easy. Did leave Rachel something to get going. 3, 5, 7, 8, and 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 left on the table. Trying to get to the hill in this race to 5. Probably should just come back for the 5 in the side. A little shy of her mark there.
You know, we've not seen much of an extended run at any point in this first matchup. A lot of back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, well, sometimes the pool balls don't agree with that. And the break hasn't been the best for the ladies as far as giving up shots, so they broke the balls well. But okay, it looks like another safety coming. And that's another thing, too, like right there. Early in this tournament, you know, big match to get started for Rachel and April both. Maybe not taking on some shots that they normally would later in the event once they get a little more comfortable.
Double elimination here, so one of these ladies will advance on the winner's side. The other will move to the 1-loss side of the bracket. A little bit more work cut out for them. We will have 3 more matches for you folks today here in Orlando.
Oh, nice hit. Real solid there on the 5. Might get a snooker. I think she can get to a piece of this 5, but not much that she can do with it. Not enough of the 5 to bank it, I don't think, back where she's standing. She may just try and play hit on the 5 and run the cue ball, try and get some safety that way. And that's what she's trying to do. Just doesn't want to scratch or anything. Really smart shot. It's another reason why we haven't seen as many runs. These ladies are really playing the safety part. Been on point in that department. You can see whoever gets this shot on the 5, though, probably wins the game with the 6, the 7, 8 near. Maybe a little unintended English there. Missed the kick on the 5. Now ball in hand for Rachel, and here's that opportunity.
A win in this rack would put Rachel on the hill. Currently leads 3 games to 1 in this race to 5. I'm sure she'd love nothing more than to finish this match out in the 9-ball set if possible.
Yeah, well, you know, if you go to that 3 games at the end of 8-ball, it's a close match. Regardless of what the score is you go in there with, it's a doable match for whoever's trailing. And in 8-ball, sometimes the balls can lay a little one-sided as well. And she'd rather not deal with that if possible. Now she just wants to roll this in. Looks like go the rail. Have a little angle on the 6 to get up for the 7. The 8's near. So these first 2 shots tell us a lot about her getting to the hill. In this tournament style pool, it's a hard combination. Takes a little while to get used to. You don't want to play like really loose, like totally carefree, but you don't want to tighten it up too much either. So a nice combination of both. And the one that gets you tight really a lot of times is kind of overthinking it a bit.
Have you ever played in a tournament like this where you've got the mixed format, 8-ball and 9-ball? Anything? You ever play anything like that?
Not that I recall. Now, I did play some leagues, just kind of fun subbing for some friends, and it was a league where everyone in the league didn't mind me playing a little bit with them, you know, and it wasn't for, you know, Vegas trips or any of that kind of stuff. So where we had this mix of 9-ball and 8-ball, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I thought it was – I did play league, believe it or not, long time ago when the pool balls used to be square and stones. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I wish that they had that actually a long time ago. It was either an 8-ball division, which was the most popular, obviously, and then they did have 9-ball as well.
One of the things that makes this U.S. Amateur Championship unique, the combination format. This is the 28th U.S. Amateur Championship. Who would have thunk back in the 90s when the APA founders Terry Bell and Larry Hubbard thought, you know what, we're going to start a pool tournament with no prize money. A lot of people laughed and said, good luck with that.
Well,
here we are almost 30 years later, and I think they said 3,000 players try to qualify for this this year's event. So truly something unique and special as Rachel Lang pockets that 9 in the corner. Jeremy, she's on the hill leading 4 games to 1, needs just 1 more game, and we have 1 more game of 9-ball here after the break. While we've got a moment, let's hear a word from our sponsors.
And this is really going to help your game tremendously and truly put you to the next skill level. Hey guys, I'm Fernando Kohler, also known as Venom. I'm a professional pool trick shot artist, but also a league operator for APA in Las Vegas. There we go. Thank you. This one is using actually 10 balls. So what exactly is a tangent? There's, in my opinion, 3 types of bridge: the closed bridge, the open bridge, and the rail bridge. We're gonna start with the closed bridge. Now if you practice this, it's really gonna help you to go from a 2 to a 3. In this episode today, we're gonna cover how to go from a 3 to a 4. Let's get into it.
The more you're gonna do it, see, as you can see, I touch sometimes a little bit of it.
And 8, right? So to technically have 8 zones for 10 balls, so you have a little bit room to spare. I really hope this was useful, and I cannot wait to see you for another video. Later, everybody.
Welcome back to continuing coverage of the U.S. Amateur Championship Women's Division. Rachel Lang with the break once again here. Rachel now leading 4-1. She is on the hill, needs just one more game. And the 9-ball moving a little bit there. But
A lot of 9-ball.
oh, no. Narrowly misses that 9 in the corner. Just hangs up there. Look at that hanging there.
Yeah, now April, a decision. I mean, she can push out and pocket the 9 and put it on the spot. But, I mean, does she want to, trailing 4-1, does she want to look at maybe trying to get an early winner later in the rack?
Oh, she's going to get that 9-ball out of there. Gonna spot that 9-ball up and gives ball in hand to Rachel. Kind of interesting strategy there.
I think she called push out.
Okay,
so,
push
so,
out. I
so
got
no
you.
ball
That's
in
right.
hand.
That's
yeah,
right.
but like I said though, I mean, you know, generally that's the direction you're going to shoot the push out is the pocket of 9. None of the players, unless you're in a real good position, one way or another, that you feel leaving the 9 over the hole is a good thing. But most would pocket that 9 and on the push out and play for a lengthier game. But
yeah, well, April's holding on for dear life here in this
yeah.
first round match, so didn't want anything fluky. As Rachel surveys the table here.
Yeah, she's going to masse this while trying to kick to the back side of this ball. It's a hard one on the new felt.
Oh, gets
really
to
good.
it.
Yeah, really good. Hard one to gauge with the new felt, though.
Oh, nice leave there. Makes things difficult for April. Sounds like we'll have another match pretty quickly after this one wraps up, Jeremy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Starting to call the 1 p.m. rounds here in Orlando. This match got underway right at 11:30 Eastern Time.
Nice contact on the blue 2 there and keeping that from ball in hand. Rachel does have a shot. She's going to have to take on a bit more of a shot on the 3 than maybe desired, but Should be okay. Looks like she can go forward off this 2 and maybe bump the 5 for a cut shot on the 3. That's what she's looking at now, something in that direction. Looks like, is she playing a safety now? Yeah, it looks like it.
This is, in fact, April's first U.S. Amateur Championship. Said it's been a long time goal of hers to make it here. She picked a good year for it here in this new venue.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting her feet wet here against last year's runner-up. But the runner-up is no easy task. But
it's kind of a tough assignment to start, isn't it? Welcome to the U.S. Amateur Championship. You'll be on the streaming table against last year's runner-up in a race to 5.
yeah, good luck.
Let's see Stacy Bourbeau come into the room. She is your defending champion. Tough to come into this event as the defending champ, though. Man, everybody knows who you are. Everybody knows to look for you on the bracket. Get everybody's best game.
Yeah, I don't recall. I think this is my 4th year of doing this, I think.
Yeah,
and I don't
think so.
recall someone repeating. So
It's been a while. Of course, Brian Parks is the 5-time U.S. Amateur champion. We mentioned Tina Larson in the women's division, a 3-time champion.
yeah, I think my first year of Tina is the last time Tina snapped it off. All right, jump cue here from some distance as well. Wow, she got that ball way up in the air. Real solid hit there with the jump cue. I think a bank that Rachel takes on, bringing the cue ball up the rail. Oh, she's going to play the safety instead. And again, that's some a tournament pool. You might have liked the bank, but you can't get tournament, games back in a tournament.
Right.
So, got to be careful what decisions you make. Now she's looking across at the kick. I thought she could get to the short rail that the 2's on with some spin, but maybe not. Maybe the 7's out, in her path a little too much. Been really good in this department, though. Not giving up many ball in hands on these kicks, but here's one for Rachel.
Again, Rachel with a 4-1 lead in a race to 5.
Looking at the 3-8 combination as an option. The 3 does pass the 7 all the way up, but very difficult to get position there. But with ball in hand, you kind of fancy your chances of finding out some kind of route.
This will be the last game of the 9-ball set. 6 games of 9-ball up to 3 of 8-ball. Although much depends on Ms. Lang here. All right, get some separation between that 6 and 9.
Yeah, kind of like similar, very off angle to bank it cross side, and very difficult cut all the way up the rail in the corner. So she hasn't been afraid to play a safety, when kind of on the fence. So probably another one coming, maybe. I don't know. She's eyeing up the cut. Prettiest shot in pool, in my opinion, Jason. Cutting the ball down the rail past the side. Yeah, just like that. Always fun to watch.
Very nice.
And that's more of what we saw last year from Rachel, really attacking a lot of times.
Nerves of steel. She showed us last year the moment does not get too big for her.
Really good cue ball there. Getting nice and heavy on the 5 to where she doesn't have to work the cue ball too much for the 6. I don't think it passes the 9, though. So will she set up for a 6-9 combination? She could draw the ball here, but difficult with the cue ball near the rail. So maybe going for a little bit of an early winner on a combination here in a moment to end this first match. I'm going to have to put on another layer of socks, I think, for this place, Jason. Well, she's gotten in a pretty good position here. A little off angle on the combination, but I don't think that'll slow her down.
Here we go. This would be for the win if she can make the 6-9 here.
Key to this is you're not gonna slow roll it, but just make sure you don't just rifle it. You know, keep a little control around medium speed.
All right, Rachel Lang finishes this match off in style. Jeremy takes that one 5-1.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Rachel Lang, our first winner here at the U.S. Amateur Championship this year in Orlando. We'll have more continuing coverage of this year's APA U.S. Amateur Championship, so make sure you come back and join us. Until then, we're going to say goodbye for just a little while.